But to keep things moving and be mindful of the time so we get to talk about all of the parts that we like to, I would already like to hand over the microphone to Wendy so she can kick off a kind of deep dive into not only our app, but how this benefits hostessing companies. And she'll tell you a little bit more about her work in the sales department for OnSinch. After that, we'll hear from Veronica, and then as I mentioned, we'll do Q&A. So Wendy, if you don't mind, I'll pass the microphone to you.
Thanks a lot, Rai. So hi, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Wendy. I represent the sales department from OnSinch, and I will be sharing my screen with you and giving you a brief overview of the history of the company and also of the demo of the application. So give me a second. I will just make sure the sharing screen works well. I hope you see it right now. It should be okay. And before we will log into the demo of the application, I would like to briefly mention the history of the company. So our founders, among others, they also founded one of the biggest stagehand companies here in the Czech Republic. And it's been now 15 years they have been developing the application called OnSinch, because they already 15 years ago, they felt the need to manage their 1,000 workers on almost 3,000 events every year. So they needed a complex tool that would help them effectively manage their project and workforce, and that's how OnSinch was born. And as the tool became more and more powerful later on, the demand came from outside, from our other companies from the market who wanted to use the application, and that's how the OnSinch as a company was born. So as you can see now, I'm on a login page. This is a login page for an administrator from the view of our client, of a client of OnSinch, but the application allows 3 points of access. One of them is our client's access. This is what you can see now. But if I click here on sign up, you also see a registration form, and this is access for the worker. So as you could have guessed already, also your workers can log into the application. And not just that, also your clients could log into the application and create orders directly in there, so you could work further with the orders from their side. So I will now continue to our dashboard. So if I sign in as an administrator, you see that the dashboard appeared in front of us. This data set, this information that I see in front of me can be edited because we know that in some of the companies of our clients, every admin is in charge of something different. Here you can see in the corner that the widgets can be added and the whole dashboard can be managed. So it depends exactly on the activity and responsibility of each of your administrators, what they will see here. Just for illustration, I have finances here. I also have an overview of staff and my open to-do tasks. I have also one panel dedicated to communication, but what we know is one of the most appreciated views of the dashboard is the shift overview. So here on top, we see all the shifts that happened in the past and need to be closed by administrator. We also see the shifts that we have running right now that are happening in this exact moment. And I also have a complete overview of the upcoming shifts in here. Each of the shifts contains the most important information, such as the name of the professions that are working there. We see the date, the timing. We also see the name of the shift itself. We see the address, and we see also the name of the client. But this is not obligatory because it can only say the name of your company if you don't wish your staff to see your clients' names. That's, again, editable and very flexible. We see the size of the positions, and we see the contact person from the side of our client, and we see our responsible worker. If I hover over the name of the lead worker, in this case is Heather Harding, I will see brief table with some basic profile information. Again, this information can be edited, so each of our client can choose what kind of information they will see here. In this case, it's a driver's license information, if header has a car available, and so on. And right now, I will click to the header's name, and I will continue directly to detail of a header's profile in our staff database. So just to make it clear, we do not provide a workforce, but we allow you to work with your own database of workers in a very efficient way. So here in front of me, we have a complete overview of all the working history that Heather has with our company. So all the shifts she has ever done in the past can be seen here, together with the detail of the attendance as well. We see if she was there as a lead worker or just a staff member. And we can also see the shifts where she signed up for the future. There is a menu on top of each person's profile, and I will now continue to basic information. Again, this information can be edited because currently we have clients in over 11 countries, and we know how important is it to have the application as much flexible as possible. So this information can be edited. All the info you need about your workers depends on you and on the initial configuration with our support team in the beginning of the cooperation. We also see that Heather is working as a hostess, but the professions again can be edited. So she could have multiple professions here, and like that she could sign up for various shifts for various professions in the app directly. We have a wallet feature here. This is just an overview, so each of the workers can see how much money he has made with your company, and they can even request to be paid if you allow them to do so. We also see the overview of contracts that Heather has signed with us, and down there, there is a system of information available, and also a gallery of Heather's photos, because we know this is one of the most important parts of the profile for hostessing agencies in almost every country. If I continue with the menu, I see the appointments feature here. So this feature allows you to create appointments directly in the application. So you can invite the new people who registered to your database via the application. You can invite them to meet you for interviews, or if you already have a quite large database and you are, for example, organizing some kind of a training, this feature allows you to invite them for a training and to keep a track of it if they were present, they participated, and so on. The next part of the menu is attributes. So again, attributes are very flexible and can be edited based on your preferences. As you can see here, we have, for example, languages. We also have information regarding a car and the driver's license, experience, certificates, but it can be also like a size of shoes, and so on. And later on, when you will be creating the shifts and the projects in the application, only those hostesses that comply with your requirements in their profiles, they will be able to sign up for a specific shift. So this is a very, very important feature of the staff members profile. Then the application allows you also to collect the feedback from the lead worker to other workers, so you see how your teams are working together. And we have a very advanced quality control system of the workers. In this case, for each successfully completed shifts, Heather's ratings is 1 point higher. And then you can have the salaries connected with the ratings. So some of the staff members who have a higher rating, they can earn more for some projects. Then we have a to-dos connected with the profile. So it can be, for example, that the contract is coming to an expiration date or anything else like that. And we also see Heather's calendar. OnSinch is integrated with Google Cal, iCal, Outlook, and other calendars. So your staff can mark themselves as available, not available for working, and they also see all the shifts where they signed up directly in their calendars and also in their application, of course. We see the overview of communication. We also see the history and changes of the profile, and we also have a part dedicated to penalties and bans. As we are all working with people, sometimes it happens that there is a problem in a certain location or with a specific client, so you can ban some workers from working in the specific locations or for specific clients. So, and the last part of the staff member profiles is a statistics. So as you can see, we have a complete statistics of a headers profile here. I will now jump on the staff list itself. So if I go to staff list, you will see quite extensive filter that appeared in front of us. So we can filter among our staff database based on the availability and based on also the profile attributes and basic information and anything you might have in mind. I will hide the filter now and show you just a few features of the staff database. So you can send SMS to a filtered part of your database or to all the workers if you wish to do so. You can communicate via emails and also via news and notifications to the application. And starting January next year, you will be able also to send the push notifications. This is one of the new features that will be coming in January next year. And we can also do very flexible exports in Excel format. So I will, just for illustration, I will pick 4 profiles here. And if I will go to export, you see that here is some basic data set of information from the profiles, but I can really easily add some more information. I can also delete some if I don't wish to have it there. And I can save this export as a configured template. So if you need to export weekly some kind of information, you have it already configured and you don't need to make this export again and again. And then you simply click on export button and the export is done in a few seconds. So that's all from me, and I will pass the word to Veronica for more industry-specific features and for more details. Thank you a lot. I will now quit the screen sharing, and I look forward to the questions in the end of our webinar. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Hello also from me. I'm Veronica from our onboarding and support team. We, as a support team, are with you during the onboarding journey and as well all the time after as a regular support. So our goal is to get to know you and get to know the customer's operation, business. So we advise the best way how to utilize OnSinch and all the features. And now I would like to follow up on what Wendy started and show you some of our key features that are used most by the hostessing agencies. So we just ended in the staff list. And as Wendy was mentioning, every staff member has their own profile with the filled information about themselves. And we know that control is also important. So we have a feature that allows you to check and verify and have option to approve or decline some of the things people inserted in their profiles. And it's called, there's a dedicated host section that's called profiles checks. So let's go to the profiles check and attributes to approve. Some of the attributes can be set that some dedicated administrator should verify them, so you have control over what it's in the profiles. For example, we have here pending gallery of photos that this user, Heather Harding, uploaded to her profile, and it's now pending our approval. We can view the gallery, we can see the photos and check if they are okay for our use, and we can either approve or refuse it. With the refusal, we have, of course, also option to inform the staff member about why we are refusing. So you have the all communication in one system. In this case, we will approve the gallery because we think it's okay, and the attribute is now approved. We have also here other pending certificate to be approved, which we can leave to maybe another administrator. Another thing you can approve and you again have kind of control over is the profile photos. You can see I now switched here to the photos to approve section, and we have here 2 photos pending. And the profile photos can be used for various documents you can generate from the app, such as accreditation PDFs. So let's say we think that Nikini's photo is fine and we will approve her photo. She will be now notified that her photo was approved, and if we would decline it, also the staff member will get notified and that he or she should upload a different photo. Once the profile is filled with all the mandatory details you want from your staff members, you can also approve the profiles as a whole profiles. So you can always see that only people that filled everything you need from them, they can start working with you. The photo and the gallery and all other attributes we were mentioning can be used for limiting who can sign up for some of the shift. But also for the hostessing part, we have a special feature that allows you to generate a PDF with information about the staff member, which we called a composite card. And I will now show you a bit of a preview how it's done and where you can in the app then see it. So I will go here to our settings and our document settings, where you have various options to adjust and modify your templates for finance documents. But this time we are interested in the composite card. And you can see here the preview of the composite card. And we can also find a sample staff member and see their specific preview. And since we already are familiar with Heather, we will find her. And you can see that there is her name. And we have here a easy editor about what information from staff member profiles we want to show on the composite card, and also the photos. And it's fully customizable. So for example, we can here change that we want to show 4 photos on the composite cards, and our preview is now updated. So there are more photos if we need it. And you can see that we are here stating what languages Heather speaks, and we can easily add another field from her profile, such as clothing size. So it's just a text editor, which we can edit. You can edit colors, sizes of the font, and you have also option to include your footer with the contact details. And of course, there's also your company logo displayed. Such composite cards can be generated from staff member's profile, also in a bulk way. But one thing where you can generate it is from certain jobs and shifts all at once. And so now I would like to find our sample shift we have created and planned in the system. I will use our full text search box, where you can always find search by typing the keyword, and you will always have a list of results that can be users, companies, orders, or shifts. And this is our sample shift page. We have here the client, to who is this job provided, and our planned shift. You can see the shift page now, where we have in this left part basic information about the shift, when it's happening and where. And on this middle part, we have our planned positions with different professions, which also OnSinch allows you to create shifts where are more professions, meaning, for example, hostesses, event managers, models, waiters, various other professions you need. And from this part, we have here some our pending applicants. You can see here a couple of names from our database, and these are our staff members that are waiting to be working on the shift. They applied and they would like to work on the shift. You have complete control over who will be working on the shift, so you can approve or decline the staff members based on if you simply want them on the shift or not. And as for the composite cards we were just showing you, you can also generate here in the export part. If I click on it now, export, you can export composite cards of stuff that is signed up to the shift or these applicants. And this will download one zip file with all the composite cards of these pending staff members. So you can, for example, share with their cards with your clients, and they can decide who they want on the shift. Simply like this, we can approve, let's say this, our staff member, Kate, we want her on the shift, or we can decline somebody. And when we are declining somebody, we can always add some note so the staff member knows why we don't want them on the shift. And OnSinch also offers you variety to limit certain staff members from signing up from the shift based on the needs. And we have feature for it that's called requirements. I have it here now in this section. And that basically allows you to set some minimum or combination of requirements that are needed, which in the hostessing part is usually some certain level of language or certain height, or as Wendy was mentioning, the rating system. So if you need only senior people, system can like easily limit who can sign up for the shift. So you can be sure that it's always the best team on the shift you want. And so this was basically the key, one of the key features that are used a lot by the hostessing companies. And since I mentioned here how looks the shift page, I would like to also share with you how look our new job form when you are creating the order and planning the projects for your staff members. I will now navigate here to the new job section and try new version of our form, because we are continuously improving the system, and redesigning and improving the responsiveness is of course one of our goals. So this is our form using which you are interning new order to the system. So we will create our sample job that can be called, for example, dinner. You have always option to choose various price lists based on your price policy. and enter some mandatory things client want from you, such as purchase orders, or choose the respective client that is related to this order. In all the app, you have plenty of places where you can insert your notes, your internal notes, so you always have every information about the shifts and projects at one place. And so in this page, we are now creating really simple order. You can also have a dedicated order manager from your team, so it's easily then structurable and filterable who is responsible for what. And we will now go to the next part, to the shifts, where you are scheduling the specific shift. So we can title the shift. Again, let's say it can be welcome drinks. You will set the start date, end date. We can include the break if needed, or if it's planned during the shift. We will now search for our location. We have the location part connected with the Google Maps. So staff members can always open OnSinch on their mobile phone and from there directly to the Google Maps, and they can see the pin when they should arrive. So we choose the location, and here in our positions tab, we are structuring the shift. And as I was mentioning, the profession tool, we can have one shift that has a lot of profession and skills included. And simply we can add, for example, model profession, change the number of people that are needed, or we can add again another profession. And like this, you can easily just with few clicks add different skills that are needed. And also you can change the times if somebody should be on site on a different time, and so on. You can again add a lot of description for your staff members, so they know what the shift will be about, what it's expecting from them. You can add the contact people, so again they have all the time in the system available contacts who they should call, and and other necessary details. So we will go now to the final step, and that's kind of overview, where we can check that we are about to create the shift, where we need in total 8 people with various professions, hostesses, one model, and a promoter. And we have here the location. You have also here option to change anything. It's always, we know that the industry is changing every time, and there are last minute changes on the shift, and that's happening every day basically. So you have always power to edit anything. And if we are now ready to publish, we just publish the job, and it's now sent out in the system, and your staff members can see it, they can apply it, and you can easily manage them and just see your shifts be filled by staff members. So I also think that this was kind of the key features I want to share with you, and I will now stop sharing. And I'm also happy to answer your questions if we have some.
Great, thank you, Veronica, and thank you, Wendy, both for a very quick overview. There's tons of information there and lots of great features that you've shared. So I just want to say thank you one more time.